4, 3, 2, 1. This is Deducter bringing you set 2 of Samsung Kong vs. KT Rolster. Today we have a matchup here on Beltway between Flash and Reality, and as I suspected, Flash willing to play for his team even before MSL Finals, a critical final really for him. And Samsung Kong unfortunately drawing out Reality here to face one of the greatest players of all times. Automatically, this is going to favor Flash, of course, and we have Flash as the red Terran there at the 5 o'clock position, and we have Reality as the yellow Terran at the 7 o'clock position on the map Beltway. It looks like a bit of an early SCV sent out to scout. Maybe he's going to put his racks into forward position here, coming for Reality. Good for him. Flash is not electing to do that. Maybe he's a bit concerned about proxies. He seems to be scouting the middle a bit. But I think the main purpose is probably to put down just a forward barracks there. Yep, exactly. This is not any sort of all-in rush, of course. The barracks is useful for scouting, especially putting it in a forward position like that. Flash selecting not to do so. And Flash, let's see how good his Terran vs. Terran is. I think even if he doesn't practice Terran vs. Terran, plays all Terran vs. Zerg in his practice matchup, he's still going to be the hands-on favorite. And actually, this was a 8 racks, it looks like, coming here from Reality, judging by the fact that he's not building SCVs from his command center, and it is a bit early, so he's trying to put on a bit more early pressure on Flash. Usually, to be considered an all-in build, you need to put down a second barracks. That's the real Terran cheese here. I think with one barracks, he's maybe going to try to bunkering the natural and delay it for as long as possible. I think that's, and those people who have popcorn there, good for them. Enjoying Pro League matchup like they would a movie. Excellent to see. We have 2 SCVs scouting out, so yeah, I think that is the plan by Reality. He's not getting his gas early on. I think he's just going to try to use a bunker to delay the natural for as long as possible. That makes the most sense. I don't think he's going to be able to really kill Flash with this. Flash can pull off SCVs to defend. He's going to have some Marines out. Flash only now sending out his own scout. He's put down the command center. Yeah, I think Reality is going to be able to at least deny this or delay it. We'll see, though. Flash does have excellent control over his units. As long as he doesn't screw up, he may in fact be able to hold on to this command center and not be forced to cancel it. Flash not really doing the right moves. He's not building Marines. He's getting his refinery, so he's not actually in good position to hold this off. Reality sending now 3 Marines and 2 SCVs. Flash getting a bunker, but he needs more SCVs in the front. He's forced to cancel a bunker. His Marines getting picked away there. Marine going up the ramp. Bunker going down for Reality. Flash bringing out all sorts of SCVs. He's desperately trying to build a second Marine out of his barracks. He has his supply bunker going down in front of his main base here. He's going to be able to finish it and lose a few SCVs in process, but he will finish it and he will survive. He's forced to cancel the command center. Reality taking a nice little early advantage there. Well, it's actually quite a significant advantage, I would argue. He's forced Flash to cancel, disrupted Flash's game plan, and kept Flash in his base. He's going to be able to set up a nice contain, and Reality is probably getting his own expansion, or getting ready for it. He's got a factory down. Flash also getting his factory. However, in this circumstance, it is Flash he's playing against. I think Flash is still the favorite, despite this early setback here. Flash is still the favorite to break out and win, I feel. For most players, this would be quite a bit of a hole, but for Flash, this is more of a small hill for him to climb out on top of. Or I guess a shallow grave for him to dig himself out of would be the more correct analogy here. Regardless, Flash putting down 2 factories. He is going to respond with a fast breakout attempt. Probably going to get some tanks and siege up there. We are seeing that Reality is not mining gas, so he's probably inkling to set up his expansion, saving up some minerals for that, I imagine. That is what he's doing. He's also getting his machine shop, so we'll see whether he goes for vultures or tanks to try to set up some sort of contain. I'd imagine it would be tanks. especially considering he only has the one machine shop. He'll set up 1 or 2 outside of this natural here and just delay Flash from putting down his expansion for as long as possible. Now Reality getting his own expansion. Again, Flash does have some advantages working for him. He's got 2 factories. He's got a barracks there to spot for him. He's going to build some vultures and tanks. Once the tank with siege mode comes out, it's going to be able to destroy that bunker. And Flash probably has a command center building in his main, or at least he will set up to build a command center in his main and float it out. So it's not going to be a critical blow for Flash. Flash with a vulture on the cliff here, killing some Marines. Nice little attack there from Flash. Good for him. He needs to be a bit careful and not push down the ramp with his infantry there. The bunker is getting repaired by these SCVs. Unless the tank gets siege mode, I don't think Flash is going to be able to break through. Reality is repairing his bunker. Okay, now Flash with siege mode. That bunker is not going to hold for long. 2 Marines already out of it, and Reality is pulling his forces back. He's got a vulture out with mines. Actually, that's what he chose to research, and he's going to do his best to hold on to his defenses there. Flash now moving out a number of vultures. He's finally cleared the bunker out. He may not have actually built a command center inside his base. He was set back somewhat, so he might just be getting his command center down now. Flash choosing to push out with some vulture, not having any luck, losing 2 vultures. He needs to retreat this tank. There are mines in the middle of the field here. It would be very dangerous for Flash to move out if his mine hits the tanks. Oh, the mine hits the tanks! Critically, the mine hits the tanks, driving Flash back. Things not working out for Flash at all this game. Flash forced to pull back. He's going to lose another Marine here. He needs to withdraw his tanks and get them repaired. He's bringing out SCVs, fortunately, to repair, and he needs to hold his defenses now. Reality has the economic advantage for now. Flash setting up his command center. So let's see whether Reality can parlay this advantage into victory. He's put down his starport now. He's going to be ahead in tech and economy. Flash is not close to getting his starport. He's only now setting up his command center, which is not even finished yet. Reality looks like he might be trying to flank Flash there with some of his forces. And Flash, if those tanks had not been damaged by the mines, Flash might even be in position to put some pressure on Reality. Fortunately for him, that turned out not to be the case. Flash getting Goliaths. He's worried about Raves, which one Goliath, of course, capable of fending off quite a few Raves, so reasonably cheap investment there. Looks like an academy going down here for Reality, so he's going to be able to get his scan up soon. Again, Reality ahead in nearly every way at this point. He's also got a massive number of vultures. Flash needs to be careful. Those tanks are very vulnerable to a vulture surround. Flash cannot afford to lose any more units like that needlessly at this point, considering how far behind he is economically rather. So, Flash, again, reeling from a few setbacks, but now that he's managed to get his second command center up, he's going to be in okay position. He is a macro monster, and he's got a excellent game sense here. Normally, I would argue Reality is in good position here to take the game, but against Flash, the series is at worse for Flash evened up. Flash certainly has, with the second base up, he is fully backing this game. He just needs to be a bit careful here not to lose his barracks. Dropship coming out for Reality. He's going to load up some vultures for a harass. Let's see how good Flash's defense is. It might get spotted by this barracks. Reality is trying his best to kill it with the Marines, or at least drive it back, but Reality also looks like he might be setting up his third base. Not sure whether that's a good position to set it up. Reality coming in for a drop. If he can do some more economic damage, he's going to set Flash back even more. Flash responding by seems pulling all sorts of tanks back. I'm not sure whether that's wise. Reality managed to pick up a few building SCVs, and he might get a few more SCVs here at the mineral lines. He gets 2 kills on that vulture and 3 kills. So he did a reasonable amount of damage. I think that was excellent. Little harass, not quite as much as it might have been, but nevertheless a good investment. That paid off there, especially considering Flash is already behind. Flash killing out that tempo so that he doesn't get tank drop in the back there. Good move here by Flash. Reality getting his third command center up at the 6 o'clock position. I'm not sure whether that's a good position really to get it. On the other hand, he is going to be able to hold it quite well. Flash needs to repair that barracks lest it get burned down. Flash usually a very cool and collected player, but he seems to be struggling a bit in this game, not quite up to his usual impeccable self, and that barracks is going to get burned down. Rather poor there by Flash. Poor play, I should say. Looks like Reality is coming in for a bit of a drop. Flash with forces in position to intercept already. Frankly, I don't think Flash should have brought those vultures there. Should have let Reality drop on top of those mines and lose his tanks. That would have been more devastating. If Reality can hold his third base for a good amount of time, he's going to be in excellent position. His economy is going to be overwhelming. It looks like Reality coming in again with a drop. He's actually going for the main, but there are vultures already in place to intercept Flash. Certainly on top of his game in that sense, but Reality has a tank there critically. Tank able to do splash damage, and he's still going to get some harassment done. I'm not sure how many SCVs he killed, probably just 1 or 2. Nevertheless, keeping Flash on the back foot here as best as he can. Reality showing that he's got reasonably good play this game. The longer he is allowed to mine from that third base, the worse Flash's position will be. Flash does not look like he's ready to set up his third base. Flash is pushing out, obeying the front, but Reality has forces in position to intercept. I don't think Flash is going to be able to break out. Flash should set up another base, and I think he should be fine. Even though he will be behind economically, this is Flash. We're talking about so I think he will be able to still match Reality in terms of military. He just needs to be a bit careful with his forces and cautious especially. Flash cannot afford a defeat on the field at this point. It looks like Reality is doing his best to confine Flash to his third of the map there. Reality trying to take the middle 2 bases there critically. If he can get position and get more expansions like this, he's going